my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about a Business Central extension which is called Dynamic Ship, and this is a shipping and packaging solution. So there's many use scenarios for Dynamic Ship, like because out of box of Business Central, it only have the pick and ship functionalities. It doesn't have the packing functionalities. Let's say if you are a manufacturing company, and after you produce your products from your assembly lines and production lines, and then you want to have the QA first. After the QA, then you want to package the products and then ship it. So out of box of Business Central, it cannot manage the packaging, and it will not provide you the report if you want to see how many items are shipped, how many items are packaged. For some manufacturing company, the packaging is very important because when their customer asks them like something shipped to the customer, but the customer is saying like they didn't get it. And then if you have the packaging process, and you can check your system to see at what step it wasn't. You have a report like showing you already packaged that item, and then you already shipped that item. So it's easier for you to track, and then you can clarify with the customer. A reason to use Dynamic Ship because it provides very nice report for that, because some companies, they're looking for that report which can tell them how many items are packaged and how many items are shipped. So I'm going to my powerbi.com because I already installed that report. So that report, it will give you the information like you want for will give you the information like you want. You can see the number of items packaged and the number of items shipped. Okay, so I'm just logging in and to see this report. And you can get a report from the app stores, and after you install it from the app stores, it will show up in your Power BI. Once you log in, you can go to the apps, then you could see this report, Power BI report. It's called Dynamic Ship Analysis. Okay, so Dynamic Ship extension and Dynamic Ship Analysis, these are provided by InsightWorks. So on this report, you can see the total spending, average spend per shipment. You can track the cost within your company, and then you can see average spending per package. Because for some manufacturing company, the package is really expensive, so they want to track that. For example, you are a manufacturer of the doors, and the packaging for doors is really expensive. So, and also you could see average spend per pound and the total number of shipments, total number of packages. So you can see not everything in this report, not everything you packaged are shipped, because between the packaging and the shipping, it could have a few days difference, right? After you packaged it, and the warehouse has to ship it, put it into the shipping dock, it could have like some time difference. That's why you could see the different numbers here. And also, if you don't use this solution, if you're a manufacturing company, you may want to put your packaging process in the routing, but that will create an issue because you will not have the visibility for when you actually finish the production. Because if you put it as the last operation of the routing after your QA, then only after you reported the output for the last operation on the production order, then it will be reflected on the finished quantity. If you don't post anything for the last operation of the production order, then it will not. You will on the production order line, you will not see it's the finished quantity, right? Only after you posted the last operation, you report output on the last operation, then you will see it becomes the finished quantity on the production order line. So that's a problem. If you do put it on the routing, then you lose that visibility, the actual date you finish the production order. So there are different reasons, many advantages by using Dynamic Ship. And so Dynamic Ship, you have to use this extension. First, you have to register account with the Easy Post. You have to go to this URL to register account. After you register your account, then you can get API keys. You can get API information. So for the testing purpose, you can disable the status for the production API keys and only activate the test API keys. And there's some setup. You have to copy this key to your dynamic ship. So after you install this, and you have to copy this API key into your system. So there's a freight integration providers. So you can access that by typing, right? You can access it from the menu, because right now I log in as the shipping and the receiving warehouse management system, and also I have that dynamic ship extension installed. So on the role center, there's already a menu you can go through. You have to click, then you can get here as well. But I like to tap it. So then from here you can enter your API key. This is the API key from your Easy Post. And there's also some other setup. Like I said, you can, after you install the dynamic ship extension, you can see these menus: dynamic ship configuration, and dynamic ship tasks, and dynamic ship lists, and dynamic ship reports. You can see these. So these actions has been added in your role center. And for dynamic ship configuration, so actually you can do the packing from the sales order, and also you can do the packing from the warehouse shipment. But what it cannot do is like, if you only, let's say, if you only enable on the location card, some customer, they want to use the simplest setup and they only want to require pick, then so let's say on this location, if for the silver location, okay, so for this location, I cannot do that anymore because I have some ledger entries. Let's say for this location, red location, and if you want to only require pick and you have the bin mandatory turned on, then it will only create an inventory pick. So you will not have the warehouse pick, you will not have the warehouse shipment. But in order to use dynamic ship, it doesn't work with the inventory pick. You cannot scan from the inventory pick. What you can do, you can only do it from the sales orders or from the warehouse shipment. So that's why we have to set up a location. Let's say in this location, for the test location. So I have the require shipment and the require pick turned on. I have the bin mandatory turned on. Because I have the bin mandatory turned on, so in order for me to do it properly, usually I want to use the zone as well. So you want to use a combination of the zones. You have to set up your zones. Then you can, because on the zones you can have the different bin type, like the pick, put pick, the pick only, and the ship. You can have all these different zone bin type, and then you can tie them to the bins. So from the zone itself, if you look at this pick zone, and you can go to the bins, then you can see only these bins are attached to the pick zone. And if you look at your ship zone and you go to the bins, then you can see these bins are attached to the ship zone. Okay, then you can ship and you can pick it from the pick zone and put it into the ship zone. You'd better have the zone set up as well. So then, because you have the bin mandatory turned on, then you have the zone set up, you have the bin set up, and you have the require shipment and require pick turned on. It's better to use the directed put away and the pick. Once you want to use the zone, no, it's like you don't have the option. Once you want to use the zone, you have to turn on directed put away and pick. Okay, so that's why on this location card I have all these set up. And so there's many, so that I said there's some setup from here. So there's some general setup. You can set up your dynamic ship. So basically, some field you have to pay attention in order for you to use the warehouse shipment and then pack from the warehouse shipment. So there are some field you have to pay attention to. Under the general tab, then you have this initialize warehouse shipment shipping. So you have to say shipping agent. So in the early version of dynamic ship, then there are some field like the shipping agent and the shipping agent service. They are not automatically populated from the sales header to the warehouse shipment header. But if you are using Business Central SaaS with the latest version of Dynamic Ship, then you will have that available. You don't need to customize it. You just need to change this to be yes. And also there's another setup under the freight fast tab. Then you can see there's a post, so post freight line with warehouse shipment. So you'd better select this as yes. So which means when you create a warehouse shipment, when you post, it will after you pack it, it will automatically insert the freight amount into your warehouse shipment. Okay, so yeah, so that's some basic setup, and you can set up like the order post behavior. So when you click on post on the packing screen, then you want to post the ship and invoice altogether. So you can turn that on, and you can set up a freight GL account. So for the after you pack that, for any freight cost, then you can post it to a GL account, to a freight account, GL account. Okay, so that's some basic setup. And also you'd better set up your license plate, because this comes together with the license plate. Some basic setup for the license plate. We can just leave those as a default, but you do need to set up your license plate. Let me go here, advanced, not from there. Okay, so from here, license plates. Okay, so these license plates are automatically generated, but there's a license plate templates, and you can set up. So for the license plate template, let's see where it is. Customer options, license plate templates here. Okay, so I already set up like a small box, medium box, a large box, average box. I have something set up. Then you just specify the dimensions and the weight. So you could see this is the dimension for the shipment length and width and height, and also you can specify the weight. You can specify those informations in your license plate setup as well. Okay, so there's many other setups. I will not mention them everything, but these are some key setup you have to do in advance. And you do need to set up your carriers. So for the carriers, then you have to take a look what is available for EasyPost. There are hundreds of carriers available, like it almost cover most of them. And then you can set up the carrier services, like how many days of their service, like standard shipping, or like some expedited shipping, all those things. And you can go to the dynamic ship carrier and add those account ID and carrier service. Let's see, it should be here. Let's see what's here. Carriers, it doesn't have that option. What is that? Carriers here. Okay, dynamic ship carriers. So then I only set up a few, like DHL, FedEx, USPS. You could see on my EasyPost, if I go to my carrier accounts, after I activate a test account, it just automatically comes with these two, DHL and USPS. It automatically give me some account ID here. So, but for the UPS, I have to sign up with the account with them first. But I was using like USPS. So I set up this account ID into this carrier list. You can see this account is showing up here. Okay, for the DHL it's the same thing. And then you can go to the carrier services, then you have to set up these services. For like USPS, you can take a look what services are available here. So this has to match what EasyPost offer. So yeah, that's some basic setup. So I will demonstrate the most complicated scenario by using a warehouse shipment and a pick. So how you can pack from there. So you have different packing options. So if you use the sales order, then what you can do is like you can go to tasks here, and there's the order packaging. So this will bring you to a screen. Then you can highlight that sales order you need to pack, and then go to process, and then go to package worksheet from there directly. So that's one way. Another way is you use the packing station. So what you can do is like you go to this task, go to package worksheet, and then you scan your order here. So it could be a sales order number, it could be the warehouse shipment number. Okay, so I will demonstrate using the package worksheet and scan the warehouse shipment, because the sales order is very straightforward, and it's simpler than the warehouse shipment, shipping from the warehouse shipment. Okay, so let's do it. And first I need to create a new sales order, and then I will create a warehouse shipment from that sales order. And then you have to finish the pick, register the pick on that warehouse shipment first. Then it becomes a quantity picked before you can use the packing station to pack it. If it's not picked, then you cannot pack it. Okay, so let's create a new sales order. On this sales order, I will use this customer, and you have to be sure to use dynamic ship. On the customer card, you need to fill in this address. Dynamic ship is very strict with those informations. If you don't fill them in, then when you pack them, you will get some error message. Same for the location you are using. On the location card, you have to fill in the address information and the phone number. If any of this, the address information or phone number is missing on your customer card and location card, then when you pack it from the package worksheet, it will error out. Okay, so I did fill in this information on my customer card. That's why you see on the sales header, those information automatically populated. Because I'm using the carrier USPS, it does not support Canadian customers. If you are a Canadian client, then you have to use Canada Post instead of USPS as a carrier. Okay, so I'm gonna use my item 1003. Before I do that, I have to use the location. I should fill in my location on the sales header. So I need to remove this because my default location is the blue. I'm gonna change it to test, and then I will delete this line and do it again. So you don't start from your line if you don't use the default location. You put in the location code on the header first. Then when you enter the line, it will populate on the line. Okay, and then I'm gonna put in the quantity 10. And after you did that, then you can release your sales order, because in order to create a warehouse shipment, you have make sure the sales order is in the release status first. And you go to actions and the warehouse, create a warehouse shipment. Okay, so the warehouse shipment is created automatically. It opens the warehouse shipment page. And so for this warehouse shipment, I have to create a pick and register the pick first before I can pack it. Okay, and so that's why we have to use the zone and the bins, because you have to understand from which bin you are taking it, and you then after you take it, then which bin you place it. You have to make sure from the bin you take it, you need to have enough inventory in it. If you don't, then when you create a pick, it will say nothing to handle. So that's first to go to the location card for that test location and take a look, because I already put in some inventory in my pick bin. So let's go to the zones first, because from the zones we can easily access. So we can go to this pick zone, and then we can go to the bins. Then from the bins, I already put something into this bin, if I remember well. And then we can go to the contents. So then you could see this item 103, I still have the quantity 9,990 available on this in this pick bin. Okay, so we are good. And then you could see on the location card, I set up the shipment bin to be using this W-09-0001. So then you know I will pick from that pick bin, and then it will automatically be placed into this shipment bin. Okay, so now we go back to the warehouse shipment, and then we're gonna create a pick. So you can go to process and click on create a pick, and from here I'm gonna assign it to myself. So here you have to assign yourself as a warehouse employees, and also so that's just take a step back. So you have to make sure you assign yourself in as the warehouse employees here. Okay, so I already assigned myself as the warehouse employee for this test location, and that's my default location. Okay, And then let's go to create this pick again. So I assign to myself, and then we can just click on OK. So you can see the pick is created. If you click on OK, then we can take a look of the pick lines. So let's go to navigate pick lines, and then we can open the card for this warehouse pick. Now you could see this is taking it from the pick zone, this bin, and then place it to this ship zone, this bin. Okay, so it's like what we expected. Okay, so then we can just click on process and click on register pick because it looks good to us, and it's registered. Once it's registered, it will be gone from this view. And then in order for you to see it, you could see the quantity picked already shows 10, right? Okay, so only at this point you can go to scan it. Okay, so and if you want to see the detail of the register lines, then you can navigate shipment register pick lines here. Okay, so this is what we registered for the pick lines. Okay, so we are good, and now I'm gonna open another separate tab, and because we need to copy that document number from the warehouse shipment to our packing station. So that's why I'm opening another screen so we can take a look from here. And I will go from this dynamic ship tasks and the package worksheet from here. I'm gonna copy this warehouse shipment document number, and then we're gonna put it here. Scan here. You can see after I scan this number, then it just populated line for us to pack. So then you can just follow this wizard, scan a package to pack. So because we have those license plate template created, right? Then we have the small box, large box, all those. I'm gonna use the small box. Then scan an item to pack. It's 103. And scan the quantity. I'm not gonna split it. I'm just gonna pack the full quantity 10. Okay, and then it's telling you order fully packed. But then I want to get the weight information to see what is weight here. And if the weight is different, then you can enter another number here. Like originally for this small pack is set up for 2, but after you weigh it, it's only 1.5. It still can be contained on that 2-pound small package. Then you can click on OK. And then we can get the label. Once you get the label, it's gonna do the rate shopping. So then it will give you the different options for this USPS for different services they provide. Then I'm gonna pick the cheapest one and click on OK for now. Okay, 3 days, takes 3 days to deliver. Okay, and from this screen you can print your packing labels. Then you can click on send to PDF to print your packing labels. And so it's saving here. Then let's take a look. So this label looks good, and then after that, then we want to post. Okay, so you can still tap it back command. And I'm gonna post this, and so I'm missing something. Like I said, there are some requirements if you don't fill it. So what I missed here is on the original sales header, I forgot to enter my reference. I'm just gonna say warehouse shipment test. Okay, then we are good. So we can post it. Let's post it again. So make sure you fill in that your reference. Now it's posting the shipment and the invoicing together because we set it up in the dynamic ship setup. Okay, then we can take a look. This is the shipment. Then you can go to your easy post and go to shipments. And from here, because we are connecting to the test environment, you can select the environment, either production or test. Then I'm selecting the test environment. Then you could see this time, because there's a time difference from my time and their time. I'm only 5:40. So this one is posted at like 2 minutes ago. So this is the one like we just posted, right? You can see the other status shows delivered, but this one is still unknown. And because it takes some time to get delivered. And then if you check back again later sometime, now you see it's pre-transit, right? And the status is changing. And then if you check again after some time, it will the status will be changed to delivered. Okay, so yeah, that's everything I want to share in this screen, in this video actually. So This is a very nice extension that which can manage your packing requirements, and it's really helpful because it allow you to post, either you can do it from sales order or you can do it from the warehouse shipments. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. I hope to see you guys again next time.
Thanks for watching this Archer Point video. If you found it helpful, make sure to check out our website and blog at www.archerpoint.com. Additionally, if you have any questions regarding our products, services, or information in this video, feel free to email us at info@archerpoint.com. Thanks.